everybody, I am Nate Beck, and I am coming to you from Fraser Mountain that I just rode up on a Yamaha Tenere 700. Now, I have never ridden adventure bikes before, but an interesting story led me to this spot right now. I've been riding bikes all over the US. I've crossed the US on motorcycles looking for historic roads, cool roads, weird roads, all the roads. And I was recently testing the new 2022 Lowrider S, and I found Ridge Route Road. Ridge Route Road was built in 1914, opened in 1915 in Southern California, and it linked Central California to Southern California across the Tejon Pass. Now, that sounds like a road that's right up my alley with 697 curves, but the problem is it has not been maintained by the county for some time, and it just was not safe to pass on a Harley Lowrider S. So therefore, I am on a Yamaha Tenere T700. E-bike that has been lauded by experts as one of the best adventure bikes, if not the best adventure bike. And I'm here to test it and go back to old Ridge Route Road and conquer that. So I'm gonna get up the mountain right now and we're gonna head that way. So we're here at the ruins of the old Tumble Inn. Now, because this was such a long road back in the day, they had multiple hotels, inns, restaurants along the way, because keep in mind, cars couldn't travel more than 15 miles an hour down this road. And when you're already coming from Central California and you're trying to get into Los Angeles, it's probably gonna be a couple day trip. So places like this was awesome for travelers to stop, get a meal, get a break. Now, of course, this is all that's left of the Tumble Inn, but it's a great place to stop, take a little break, and let's talk about the Tenere 700. Now, when you have the adventure bikes, right? Often people talk about the KTM, the Honda, and the Tenere. Now, the Tenere was talked about this version for 3 years before it was actually released. Yamaha was trying to get it perfect, and according to a lot of adventure bike experts, they did get it perfect, and they got it perfect for 2 reasons. Number one is the weight bias. The weight bias is so even and beautiful that you don't have to ask a lot from the tires, which is why we're able to run these like they're not knobby, but they're not street tires, but they work brilliantly on both. And because the weight bias is so great on the Tenere, you don't have to ask so much from the tire. That's number one. Number two was that the front sprocket, oftentimes on adventure bikes, because the suspension is so long, when you accelerate, the bike kind of sits down in the back, kicks up, brings weight off the front tire, and you lose steering control. Now, Yamaha figured out by raising the front sprocket, you could increase the angle on the swing arm, which actually gives you this thing called anti-squat. So when you're accelerating, it's pushing the front tire down. And they moved the sprocket. Typically, front sprockets are down in this department and running parallel almost, but they moved it all the way up here to give you that sharper angle, to give you that anti-squat and give you that control of this bike. Now, like I said, the last time I was on this road, I was on a Harley, and it was less than desirable. But this is the perfect road for the Tenere, and this is a perfect adventure bike. Attempt happening for the ridge route. Now, no one in politics really seems to care about the history of this road, but there are a group of, it's a small group, but it's a powerful group of people who are super passionate about the history of this road, how this road linked California together, how California could have not been one state. It might have split up if it was not for this road, but I will link in the description below to that group so you can check it out and learn more about this epic, epic road. I've ridden Harleys all over the country. I have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of miles on street bikes, but this is my first foray into adventure bikes. And after doing a lot of research, you know, it was pretty clear the Tenere is the favorite amongst adventure riders over the KTM, over the Africa Twin. It just seems to be the most well put together, and with the weight bias being so spot on, the anti-squat, you know, I was kind of worried it'd be a jack of all trades, master of none, so it wouldn't be that great on the dirt. You know, I'm used to riding dirt bikes. I was kind of worried about a little bit higher center of gravity. The tires aren't, you know, they're not knobbies. It's a little bit heavier, coming in around 450. And then going to the street, is it going to be blown around too much? Is it not going to feel like it's going to hook up in corners? Is the center of gravity going to be too high? None of that is an issue. It's an insane bike. It flows through the corners so well. It hooks so well on pavement. It's so steady on dirt. It really is. It's the go all do anything bike, and Yamaha has knocked it out of the park. If you ever have a chance to get on a Tenere, I absolutely suggest it. So until next time, please like, share, subscribe in the meantime, and maybe I'll just see you down another dirt road.